Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and last week I asked you lovely lot, what features are we going to see in Splatoon that haven't already been announced? Here's what just a few of you had to say. Boydo reckons that the magic paintbrush from Super Mario Sunshine would be a great addition as an additional weapon. And yeah, I think it would. It might be a nice little sort of Easter egg. Maybe, if you scan in your amiibo, you could get the Mario-themed paintbrush, because there is a paintbrush weapon. Who knows? We'll have to see. BlueJ1524 takes it even further and reckons that we should have some characters that unlock via amiibo, like in Codename Steam, like you're thinking. An Unlikely Shadow wants to take the crossover even further and reckons that maybe DLC map packs from classic Nintendo game stages like Hyrule Field and Peach's Castle. That could work, actually. I reckon maybe there have to be some sort of artistic license because obviously it's got to fit in with the game, but yeah, why not? Still on the subject of crossovers, and Promisa Moonwalker reckons that hidden characters would be nice, maybe even air support from the characters of Star Fox for going on a killing spree. That might be pushing it a little bit considering this is supposed to be a brand new IP and in its own universe, but yeah, the sky's the limit, honestly. It could happen. No, it's not going to happen. Cherubic Cherry says a load of stuff, but mainly seems to focus on a free-for-all mode for 4 to 8 players, with each with their own colour ink, of course. And that does sound like it would make sense, but unfortunately, Nintendo were really pushing the fact that the inks have to contrast enormously. And so, 2 colours contrasting, easy. 3, you can do it. 4, you're pushing it a bit. So I think it's probably not going to happen, but it would be nice. And there is, of course, the local co-op mode, which is a 1v1, which is kind of a free-for-all. Sapmiss, along with everyone and his dog, seems to think that a local co-op multiplayer would be fantastic to go through the main storyline, as it were. That's something that I think could work really, really well, and to be honest, seeing as we haven't heard anything about it just yet, I think it's probably not going to happen, but maybe with some DLC, that might be pushing it, but, you know, we can live in hope. Probably not going to happen, but who knows. Matthew Hardiman reckons that another one of the game modes is going to be like a zone control, like Splat Zones, but I'm guessing he means with multiple areas, and that is something that really I think is probably going to be in the game. Maybe you have one team attacking, one team defending, and you've got to cover an area with ink for a certain amount of time, and then you sort of captured that point. There's a similar game mode in Halo, but I can't remember what it's called. Ray Costanza reckons we're going to get some sort of wave-focused horde mode for online play. I'm guessing this would generally be against the Octarians, and you have like a team of 4 people shooting against the Octarians as they try and advance towards you, which does sound like a pretty cool idea. But unfortunately, most of the Octarians are fairly stationary. They don't really move around much. They certainly don't advance towards you. Unless you have to go out and find them and hunt them down, that could work, I suppose, because they're mainly stationary, but if you have to go and find them and you have to go to them, that could work pretty well. Loads of you reckon that there's going to be some sort of Super Mario Sunshine themed DLC in there. I've already touched on the paintbrush, but people seem to think that there may be some sort of almost opposite mode where you have to clean ink off of things. People are saying that you'll play as Mario and you'll use the flood, and you don't know how close you are. That was originally the initial idea. Before they had the inklings, it was Mario in there. However, I think Nintendo really wants Splatoon to stand on its own 2 feet. They don't want a load of crossover happening. Maybe a few little nods with some costumes or some weapons, but as far as Super Mario Sunshine DLC goes, I don't see it happening, to be honest. Thank you for getting in contact. I'm afraid I can't read everyone's response out, but you've got another chance because I've got a question for you this week as well. It's along the same lines. Basically, what features do you think caused The Legend of Zelda Wii U to be delayed? Do you think we're going to get some mask gameplay in there? Maybe some Skyward Sword stuff? Maybe some fishing? That would be great. I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Leave a comment down below, get in touch with me via Twitter, basically anything where I'm going to see it, and I will read out the best answers in a future video, so get answering. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, why don't you see if that subscribe button's got some questions for you as well, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.